All right, we're back for game number 2, boys, of TLPH versus ONIC PH. Now, for game number 1, I came in with the understanding of, you know, of the drafts and of portions of the game. Now, game 2, I did not watch it. I know it's a 2-0, but I did not watch this game. So this one will be definitely way more interesting for me to watch. Phobius Badang Fanny. Wow, shutting down Kirk's playmaking. Picking up the low Yi again, it's left open. This time they steal away the Jawhead. Alright. And then they go Suyo. Yeah. Suyo and the Jawhead to take away. The Joy will definitely be picked up here. And they go for the Granger. And then it'll be the Irithel here. Should be, yeah. They need to go for the Irithel when... Right. So there's no roam XP just yet. Let's see. What do ONIC PH end up banning here? What mid laners will TLPH go for? Do they still respect the Selena here? Selena Navaria? Do they respect that? Because the Selena is a way to beat the Loyi still, but it is, you know, more cheesy than... See, they banned out the Sicilian, right? So they didn't even ban out the Selena. Ban out the Sicilian, wow. They're just limiting the other heroes. Okay. With this very squishy lineup, I wouldn't expect the CC to come through, actually. Do you guys think CC is a good ban here? Because personally, looking at the Granger, the Joy, and the Loyi, all of them really want gold. All of them are, you know, damage dealers. CC would be too greedy, no, for this kind of lineup. I mean, ONIC went for the CC, but that was without the Loyi, right? They had a Selena. So they had at least one other lane that they could give over to the CC, where the Selena could just take a step back and look for kills. The Hilda makes sense. Actually, I don't know what. No, the Hilda... I forgot. This is not a Joy. This is a Suyo. What is this? Hilda. The Farsa and the Sicilian goes away. So the Valen gets picked up here by ONIC PH. Is a way to prevent the Lucas. It's a good flex pick too. That's why they don't go for the Lucas. They go for the glue. Yeah, they need enablers at this point, right? Like in the XP. I didn't really expect the CC to come through for TLPH, even if it was left open. And then they go Gatot. Yeah. The Edith... the Valentina was also... Yeah, okay. Never mind. I was about to say the Valentina was picked up here to deny the Valentina to come through from TLPH in case they wanted to go for the Edith. But they already picked up low ETL, so wouldn't have mattered. But usually, that's why people pick Valen. Alright. Let me look at the drafts real quick. Honestly, based on the drafts here, I'd say it's a bit more 50-50. But... it is, actually, yeah, this is a 50-50 game. Based on the drafts, I don't really see... it's not like a full TLPH win in the draft. So, let's see how TLPH play this one. How do they get the 2-0? It's not horrible. They, like, ONIC have solid counter picks, and they've built up a solid trio mid this time, unlike the Selena mid. I hate Selena mid, chat, okay? I know it's Super Friends, but still, it's tough. Here oh man, mid control is still kind of tough. Because, again, when you have a Jawhead in your team, he's going to be playing to... Oh, wow, they didn't get that kill! Oh my, JP lives, bro. But when you have a Jawhead, he'll be leashing. But at least they get the mid control back. Wow, Carl. That would be a bit too crazy, Mr. Carl. Mr. Goat. SANJI? Master Assassin for Kelra. Flickers. Nice one from Carl.
Alright, in about a minute I got my answer. Yes, ONIC will be aggressive, forcing out a few key...
look at the respect. Instantly this game with the tough boots, they want to get that tenacity as well. Knows that there's a lot of lockdown in the early game with King Kong, Kirk, and Brusco all having CC. Heck, even Friends. This is a CC lineup. That's crazy. Even though they don't have a CC, technically.
Sanford's going to be hugging the shrubs.
Definitely more CC, yeah. ONIC have more CC.
They are a kill squad, and they want to make the most out of their tandem.
Yeah, we want to get some ejector victims here. So Brusco has to be very careful, but if he is, it could result to a lot of kills for ONIC, especially early on. With King Kong,
Yep, they started quick. Wow, TLPH, they don't care about... Oh, great retry too. Pure 50-50 that one. Wow. That was just so well played, wasn't it? From TLPH, this... I don't even think ONIC expected this. Again, ONIC, they were thinking, all right, we have the better control. Kirk has the better position to rotate. He zoned glue away. I don't know if you can see it. Again, the glue is on, you know, the further side away from the turtle. So Edith could rotate faster in case anything happens. Valentina's already walking up. They really did not expect TLPH to go for this. JP walked up first, and then Carl Teasy dashed in. Brusco got locked down. They just committed on Brusco. Brusco was low. And the ONIC just, you know, they couldn't go in here. They were kind of like, holy shit, they're going in. That was, I think it's just a curveball there. Yeah. I think ONIC were just panicking there. Even Brusco, right? He ended up throwing Carl Teasy back to the turtle. Instead of to King Kong or anything. I think he panicked. ONIC PH were just not ready for that dive. And then great 50-50. Amazing 50-50 from Carl. That wasn't ONIC's mistake. That was just TLPH playing it amazing.
Straight up winning the retry duel against King Kong all series long so far.
Oh, fuck. All right. Classic. Let's move. Let's move. Oh my god, this was a long pause. Jeez. Oh my. Okay, wait. All right, we're back. Sorry about that.
Post turtle take here. 2 minutes 30 seconds back in the action. Liquid with a 300 gold lead.
It's not bad at all.
300 gold lead, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Because I would expect, yeah, ONIC PH to have the neutral objective advantage, especially for Turtle 1. With the Jawhead, Valentina, this is a skirmishing team. They should have had. ONIC tried to blitz the turtle. That may be another nitpick that I could, you know, put in there. If the Edith was already winning the lane anyways, in that fashion, maybe it would have been better to hold off from trying to blitz the turtle, wait for Edith level 4, and then Edith rotates, then you start, and then you would have a better way to just 4v4 it and win it out, right? Because you have better heroes for the first turtle. But again, that's more of a nitpick, because they saw the angle to burst it down. They didn't see Carl. They only saw JP. Makes sense to go for it. They get the ejector. Oh my dude! Carl almost survived that. All right, he got taken down. Good rotation by ONIC PH there. Really good rotation.
Pouring out everything and take down the young goat. Carl Teasy down but not
Good
out.
catch.
Get to this next turtle up in 20. Great rotation there by ONIC. And of course, Super Friends locking in on Carl Teasy. He was
A big
again, he's aside right now.
way to a very good way. Sorry, I should say not a big way, but a very good way to deal with the Jawhead is by occupying bushes first. See, if you see a Jawhead up top, you don't try to follow the Jawhead a lot, especially when the fight's already over. You want to just occupy these bushes before the Jawhead comes in, because if you enter a bush where a Jawhead is in, you are going to go. It doesn't matter if you're a tank. You are going. You get ejected, smart missiles, the new passive will guarantee that you will be picked off. So you go on neutral objectives first, you go and start things first before the Jawhead gets there, and then you should have, you know, more of a chance to beat out the Jawhead. That one again, another really good retry from King Kong this time, and it's back to even on the board. Great setup though. That was already a great setup from TLPH. Even better execution from ONIC PH to secure the turtle.
Here comes Sanford, absorbing everything, throwing out that sticker just for good measure. And now King Kong. I feel like this is the more natural King Kong that we're seeing here.
Diversion. Oh my.
Not really quite ahead yet, but
wow.
Oh, beautiful diversion.
I mean, you cannot blame anyone for that, bro. That was just an amazing diversion from SANJI. What a read indeed. What a read. Knows that the Letho Letho was up. Knows that King Kong, after going up top, he will go there. Wow. Yeah, just really well. There was nothing King Kong could have done there. It's not his fault at all. Like, even like, I mean, even if you're pro, right, high level, you won't expect the diversion to be in that bush this early on, and for the enemy team to be able to read your pathing perfectly like that. That was really good by SANJI. The zoning ult as well. Brusco doesn't take it. There you go. Wow. No, no damage yet, actually.
They used the diversion to get info and confirm whether or not Keller was in that shrub.
Superfin stills the diversion.
And TLPH can show
Turret goes down in the bottom lane. Man, TLPH, they're just playing it so well, honestly. The way that they're playing the macro game as well, like playing for the turrets. Yeah, again, if you guys are practicing for a tournament or anything like that and you are confused, why can't we get turrets in tournaments? Why can't we get turrets in scrims? I'll get to this in a bit where I want to watch this. SANJI, bad position. It's still 1 for 1.
SANJI stood in the middle of this wall.
Sorry. Oh, after this play. Okay. Wow, great zoning. Really good. Wow, 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 wow. The aggression, timing, and everything really makes sense. Even though that was a risky play, but again, this is common knowledge. I know for a lot of you guys it's already common, but again, for the people who are new, who are playing, like, we're trying to go and play tournaments and you're confused, we have a lead, but we can't translate it to turrets for some reason. Start to rotate in a more efficient way. I see a lot of people, especially in like amateur tournaments, they get the lead early at 700 gold and they have no idea how to utilize this gold lead. They'll just use the low yi and play for diversions, which again can work, but in this situation, your opponents will know that you are going bot. You're very like visibly pathing bot lane, right? So if you throw a diversion out, it could actually just be a gamble where you use the diversion and it becomes wasted. Instead, you could use the diversions to again do this, but I want to point out the rotation more than the low yi. So this is with or without the low yi, right? This is just a bonus that SANJI does on the low yi, but you play and you cut your opponents. You don't gank like this. You cut your opponents. You play around here and you take control of this side of the map. Therefore, the enemy gold laner will then have to react. Either he gives away the lane, where you can then deny minions away. Denying the minions is shoving the wave and then letting the turret clear the wave. That's a way to deny. Or you could just take the turret, take control completely of this portion of the map, invade the purple buff because you've already gotten the turret, you have more control over, etc. So there are multiple ways to tackle this, right? But you also have to understand that this is when you have the lead, okay? You don't do this when you're behind. You do this when you're behind, the enemy team will just match it, and then you're not going to be able to do this. And even if you do, you're going to be the ones punished. This is a winning condition play, all right? And just look at how Oheb is taking the lane. He's not just focusing the turret 100%. Like here, he does hit the turret a couple of times, but then he goes to the gold crab again just to let a few more minions get shot, a few more minions, you know, take the shots before he ultimately last hits it. He's taking it slow, so he gets both, right? He gets a turret, and he also denies as many minions as possible from Kelra. And then he continues to shove this so that he has the pressure that I said earlier. Once you get a turret, you can shove. Once you shove, you take control of this side of the map. Enemy team will have to back away because they don't have the control anymore. They have to go back to mid. They have to go back to these bushes where they still have a turret to play with and they still have control. But these portions will then be left for the winning team. And then we obviously saw the skirmish. Great aggression by Carl there to just get space for Oheb and JP. Also, if you're ahead and you're playing on an assassin, you have to understand when to also play to create space for your team, guys. I see a lot of assassins play it very selfishly, and Carl is a very good example of, again, an assassin who can play very selfish in these team fights, coming in very late, but also when to be a space-creating assassin. I think Skies is one of the Kyle Teasy as well, good example of, you know, the junglers who play assassins but want to create space for the team. That's what enabled them to get a turret in the mid lane. Here was a great skirmish. Great skirmish. Really good stuff. I'm gonna replay this. I was talking while this happened. Nah, it was a whiff. They tried to get Super Friends there, I think. Yeah, it was a whiff. Just mechanical. No, okay. So Sanford just decided to go in. They didn't get Kirk. Well, he only got Kirk, actually. Yeah. It was just, you know, micro stuff, because the setup was actually better for TL. They had the waves in the mid and the bottom lane as well. They could have played it longer. They tried to go for a fight, but it's classic TL. You know, they are more of a risk-taking team than they are just pure setup.
With, and just like that, it has gone the way of ONIC Philippines. Mid tower will get broken. Bottom tower will too.
Look at the instant capitalization on all the waves, man. The rotations for everything. The stole and diversion finally gets used too by Super Friends. Really quick thinking.
If all the first tier towers
Yeah.
are broken by the end of this.
ONIC are not bad. Even when they lose, like when they've lost so many matches here, they're definitely not bad, dude. I think the level is just really high in PH. Because the way they capitalize, the way they punish their mistakes of TLPH is still like top tier. The way they even create chances is still there, you know. It's just TLPH have been cleaner in game 1 and majority, I think, of game 2, despite the kill lead.
ONIC has found a way to compromise the positioning of SANJI and even OHIB. How do they do that?
For TLPH again as well, this is something that you guys have to understand when you play MLBB and you're preparing for tournaments. Understanding your win condition right before the game starts is very, very important. Like, look at your draft again after you finish the draft. Don't start talking. Just look at your draft and understand your win condition. In here, with a Granger, Lo Yi, and 2 frontliners, your playstyle is front to back. The Joy is more of another space. Like, he either creates space or he assassinates the enemy team, right? He comes in very late in the fight. But for the most part, your composition is a front to back. And for ONIC, it's a chaotic dive comp. So you have to understand both your draft and your opponent's draft when you get in your game. This applies to the ranked game players as well, by the way. If you guys want to improve, want to get more stars, just understanding what you need to do, what the enemies want to do in the fights as well, will help a lot in your, you know, in the way you play, the way you tackle the game. Because knowing the enemy team will dive, you might keep it cleaner. You might be like, all right, guys, let's not go for these aggressive engages. Let's play it more kiting, front to back. Play it safe. We don't need to be the ones engaging unless we really get a good pick. And if for a dive, you want to be like, all right, we gotta attack from different angles. We can't let these guys, you know, play it calm. We have to play the side lanes, etc. Really good blink there from King Kong. Really good stuff. But yeah, again, when it looks chaotic, but it's the front to back working again, guys. Just take a look at the positioning of OHIB and SANJI, right? As long as the frontliners are there distracting the enemy team, this front to back will work because the damage will come through, and then the front, your front of TLPH, will be able to hold out longer when your back is safe. But when it's chaotic, OHIB and SANJI will be the ones targeted in the fight. It won't be the frontliners. So just take a look at how they play. And Kelra too, he's kind of afraid there too, right? To just go on OHIB and SANJI, ends up just hitting Sanford instead of OHIB and SANJI, and then TLPH capitalize on it. That's also another way to, I mean, that's where understanding your team comp and what you need to do helps you in a team fight. Because maybe if you didn't understand, if you didn't look at your draft and you're just playing, you pick Granger, you're playing Granger. You didn't look at your composition. You didn't, you know, try to think about what you need to do. In that fight, enemy team gets the Lord and you'll be like, all right, back. Even though it was prime position for your win condition. It's, you know, again, capitalizing on the mini mistakes or the mini openings that your team creates or the enemy team blunders for you to punish. That's pro play. They always make, usually, the right decisions. Because they understand what their game plan is and how to punish and what win condition situation looks like. Yeah, the control is great too. Again, the diversion into the bottom lane to get control over that turret. The setup is beautiful from TLPH. Again, I'm sorry for replaying again and again, but just having the setup here, I don't know if this was managed. No, it was, I think it was just luck that's ended up. Oh, no, it wasn't luck. All right. So the wave ended up getting to the tier 2, right? And I thought it was luck because they just got a slow push because the blue minions beat the red minions, which happens a lot. But no, it was Carl. So Carl, again, as a jungler, you don't always need to stick with your team. This is another example. It's a micro move. It's a like individual move, but Carl doesn't decide to stay with the team here. When it's unnecessary for him to stay with the team, he doesn't need to. He instead goes bot while the team deals with that. clears the wave, and it sets up for this play right here to get a turret. Again, maximizing every little thing that they are doing in the game, all the little wins that they get to capitalize and to reduce the goal lead of the opponents. A lot of guys would just be like, all right, as a Joy, I'll just help clear the mid lane, right? There's a Lord there. It's the rank game choice, I would say. It's like the normal choice to make. But if you wanna start winning, you gotta understand when to trust your team. This is why it's a team game, guys. You can't just play thinking about yourself, thinking about, all right, I need to clear the Lord, I need to do this, I need to do that. Sometimes you gotta be like, all right, my team's got that. I need to trust my team. That's why you don't play solo queue as well, because this does not apply on solo queue. All right, you try that on solo queue, your team dies in the mid lane. Oh man, wait. Again, they get control over the top lane, and then diversion. Granger doesn't get there. Wow. The Granger doesn't take it.
Here, but no siree. Super Friends uses the AOG to back off.
Ejector on the Carl TZ. JP standing their ground.
I wonder if that was a mistake or if that was planned.
Are they saying we're gonna go for a chase here?
Yeah, conceal. Oh.
Conceal used up. Kelra. And Brusco, that's a pretty big
Oheb dashed away from it, I think. I think they saw, or they wanted to just get the gut out there. I don't know. Couldn't see exactly what was happening on the diversion. So, yeah.
I can't call the 600 gold lead an actual lead for Liquid.
Absolutely not. If you like it is.
The lead here, when it comes to like these very high level matches, we can't even use gold lead to define a lead. The lead that TLPH have is not in gold, but it's in turrets. That means they have more map control, and therefore they can make those moves. They can make those moves more. ONIC will have to group up much more because they have less map pressure, and again, they don't know where TLPH could be hiding because TLPH have more tempo on the map. They could be anywhere. They could actually already be holding this position. So losing team will be grouped up way more in this high level. Again, when it's in ranked games, they'll still probably be everywhere on the map, and you can't, do as you please.
Was able to dash away. So let's talk about the
There's so many dimensions to like having tempo on the map that you need to understand before you get to this point. But at this point, that's why they keep on grouping up. Maybe you'd think, why are they letting Carl TZ rock in? It's because they just have more tempo, because they have that turret advantage, map control, and they're shoving in the waves to get control. And now Super Friends and the rest, they've gotten back control through just like slowly moving back as a group towards the bottom lane. And it's a good slow push. Did Carl build that? Or was that? No. Okay, they decided not to touch that because they know it was going to be building back towards ONIC. It's also, guys, understanding how the wave works. I can't like emphasize this enough, guys. All right, just understanding when to leave the wave so that it builds for you. When you have an advantage like this in this position, like it's a frozen wave, this will build to a slow push, okay? When you freeze a wave, it will build up to a slow push eventually. A freeze will be a slow eventually. So that's something, because in the end, how do I explain? So the minions, when it's frozen, their minions will die out quicker as they keep on pushing, because your minions will stack up and build up here. You know what I mean, right? Your minions it'll be closer to the mini wave, if that makes sense. I'm sorry if I'm explaining it really shit. But then you will have more minions automatically than the waves coming here that are going to be late, and then it'll always be coming late. Your minions are always going to have faster reinforcements, and then it'll push back to ONIC or to red side. So it's understanding that in a high-level game, in tournaments, if you are participating in tournaments, that can get you a win as well. Especially when we are talking about Lord fights, enhanced Lord above.
Big dance right now.
That's why TLPH are so calm. They're like, we don't need to start it up. We can play it as slow as possible. As long as ONIC don't, try to burst it down, we're good. Look, play it safe. JP goes in there just to disengage because he has AOG. He has Revitalize. And then now they decide, the front to back is working for us. Look at OHEB and SANJI. Front to back is, the front to back is front to back in. Front to back. Understanding the win con. It's just understanding the win con. I mean, it's so much more than understanding the win con, but in simple terms, it's understanding the win con, right? Like, they're obviously up against ONIC PH, not a random team, so it's not as easy as just understanding the win con, but in simple terms of pro play, it's understanding the win con. It's just well played, really well played. And then the slow push is up there as well. That will be a forced error in case they need it. They ended up not needing that because WinCon was there for them because they just had the better position, and ONIC could not force an engage. ONIC's comp in the dive comp like this, you gotta force an engage, you gotta look for something, and TLPH denied it. It's so well played. It's, you know, it's well played from TLPH. It's not, ONIC did not choke, ONIC didn't make a mistake. It was, they're getting frustrated, yes. They're getting outplayed, yes. But they did not make a mistake, and that's where it's scary. That's why this region is scary.
Just fits in so well with what Liquid wants to do.
Wow.
And now they are sitting on a significant 2,000 gold.
Look at the way they're tackling this wave, right? You usually would want to clear the side lanes first and then clear in mid, but they decided to clear in mid first, so that there's going to be 2 layers of waves hitting the side lanes. It's going to be this wave and then another coming in, right? So they're going to have 2 waves that will come in very quick succession. Usually, especially up against like a high ground, very strong high ground team, that will be necessary to crack a turret open. In this case, they got it with the first wave, so they're happy with it. It's also the far lane, so now they never have to send anyone to deal with that lane. And again, ONIC PH will have to give out this control a lot because it's map tempo. TLPH have that top lane tempo. No.
Over counter, the difference is only just going to be a win in nature, but that is going to be big considering that it is a burst physical duo in the Roman.
No, they just freeze. I think I can skip this part. Like, they're just freezing, they're not doing anything right. I mean, they're just depleting ONIC of their resources, and then whoa, they decide to clear mid with 60 seconds on the Lord.
Really gimped, especially with the low Yi. Every bush is just so anxious.
Wow. That, bro. Wow.
Not really expected at all by the super fam.
The KK connection has fallen. Brusco too.
Wow. Just wow.
There you go, Kirk trying to stop Maniac, but I don't think he can take it. It's a Maniac. It's a Maniac for the Filipino sniper. Super Friends trying to clear it out.
SANJI dies, but holy shit.
But the Fret is still alive.
Wow. That was...
It's over. Ring down.
Dude. Oh my god. So they rotated over there because they were already looking for a diversion. Sure, they were already looking for the flank. But the fact that King Kong spotted them and they looked to go in there, it made ONIC think, all right, they're there. They're already there. Then they show the diversion. Damn, that's such a smart way to like outwit your opponents. As a low Yi, right? You get spotted first and then you diversion. Usually you don't want to get spotted before you diversion because, again, it's expected by the enemy team. But at this point, ONIC PH would have expected a diversion to come in when TLPH are not visible on the map. So right as ONIC PH saw them, they're like, all right, that closes the chance of a diversion because we just saw them. There's no way they would group up as 5 and do that, right? Layers and layers of just, you know, being a step ahead. It's being a step ahead of the step ahead of ONIC PH. Dude, wow. Just wow, honestly. Wow. Man, that's some good stuff. That is some really good stuff. Wow. Damn. Oh man, I am... Yeah, I mean, guys, I really enjoy that game. Tell me what you guys think about, you know, TLPH versus ONIC here, about both games, whether you like it, whether you have different opinions, or... Yeah, just tell me what you think about it, man, because... Wow. The second game was definitely a better game to watch. More entertaining. That mind game as well from SANJI. Yeah, don't give SANJI low Yi, I think, you know. They gotta change that. Wow. Yeah. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the content, and I will see you guys in the next episode or a next content, which will be the mirror recap. And this time I will be trying to talk about more MPL PH stuff, right, guys? So see you guys in a bit. Well, in a day, I think.